Been $43.95, and tonight everything in my show is on sale. This is another favorite of yours. It is a customer pick, and it is quite frankly the easiest way to get things done. Like, let's say you're detailing your car, you use it this way, but let's say you're working in the garden, you're actually going to flip it around and use it the other way. I have two choices. We have the green, and then I'm sitting on the gray, so there's two options. And again, first time on sale, but it is a customer pick. We just have it on sale because we're doing some awesome deals on our big outdoor living day. Chad's joining me. He's going to tell us a bit about it. Hey, Chad, welcome back.
Hey, Sue. Happy to be here with you tonight. This is great. I didn't even know we were doing a sale price, so I'm a little like, wait, what's going on? This is our big guy. This is, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, I've seen the garden kneeler, it's not the same one. This is the one that holds 450 pounds, 450. This is our big one that we never do. I'm so surprised. Okay, so here's what we're talking about. If you're just joining us, you're wondering what is it? Here's what we're used to. We go to garden, plant, organize, clean. You have to get down to the ground, right? And then the hard, rocky, mulchy, grassy ground is not comfortable. If you're going to take gardening seriously, cleaning seriously, organizing seriously, it's going to take more than 5 minutes. So you bring over your garden kneeler, which comes to you fully assembled, by the way. You have to put nothing together. Made out of a solid coated or powder coated solid steel construction. And then the 2 layers of EVA foam is really what gives it the comfort. And then here's the big difference. So instead of being on the ground on my knees, I'm on the comfortable, soft EVA foam. And then I'm able to use my arm strength to get up and down off the ground. No more my knees, no more my hips or my back. Ready for this? I use my arms to get up. Same thing on the way down. If I can bend over and grab this, then I can slowly, gently, and easily lower myself down to the ground. I don't have to fall. And then here's the magic. I just take it from the kneeling position, I flip it over, and now I have, it says a garden seat, a folding seat. It's really a folding bench at this case. Let me put it straight to the camera so you can see. I'm 5'10", 5'11" on a good day, 160 pounds. I have room, all this room here on the side, okay? This is a big improvement from our original garden kneeler. And then you can, take your shoes on and off. You can clean the car tires, organize under the kitchen sink, paint, dust the baseboards. Of course, your raised planters, your rose bushes. Take it to the tailgate. Put it in the trunk of your car, because here's how easy it is to fold up and down, Suzanne. I just pinch each of those arms, and it folds down. Just weighs a few pounds. I could put it in the trunk of the car, hang it in the shed. This is how it's going to come to you when you get it home. You hear that lock into place and you know you're secure.
You know, Chad, I know you've read a lot of the reviews, and so many people are picking this up because they've not done their gardening. They say, well, you know what, my knees, I can't get down anymore. And a lot of people are so happy with this because now they've been able to go back out in the yard and kind of enjoy something that maybe they've had to give up kind of a while ago. And even if your knees aren't bad, maybe you got great knees, it's still really uncomfortable to have to be on your knees when you're doing all those gardening jobs. Maybe you're just dealing with dandelions and weeds. Maybe you're just edging the edge of a walkway or the driveway. Maybe you just want to trim some of the rose bushes that you have. It's so much more comfortable when you've got that pads on your knees. And there, I love it too. Maybe you do container gardening, and you say, well, I want to be able to work for a while out there, whether you sit on it or you kneel on it. It's absolutely brilliant. And it really doesn't matter what age you are. Maybe it's just, maybe you have a hubby or a person who loves the detail, the wheels, the hubcaps of their car, or they're trying to, I love this example. This is perfect because that's hard cement. You're trying to get all that little detail, and you know what? You get 2 tires done, and you're like, I'm done. I'm not going to be on the cement anymore. You're going to use it for that. Maybe it is organizing. I thought that was brilliant. How many have a closet that's a hot mess, and you just want to sit there and be able to organize all the stuff in your closet? It's so much more comfortable to be able to sit to do it as opposed to trying to get on the ground and sit cross-legged and try to organize something on the floor. It makes sense, guys, especially if you do a lot of outdoor gardening or even outdoor chores and work. Maybe you're trying to scrub something on the outdoor vinyl wall you have, and you're like, oh man, I got this big scrub, and you want to move it down a couple more inches, and then you're wiping some more. I think you'll find, and I know, Chad, you've heard about this a million times, that you'll use it a lot more than you thought you were going to originally use it for. Right, Chad? Because you go, oh, I'm going to use it for this, but then you discover it's so easy and convenient.
Oh goodness, I've heard about Thanksgiving dinner for an extra seat. I've heard of the fire pit outside. They take it there for an extra little seat for the fireplace. The tailgate, the soccer game, the football game, they pull it out of the trunk of the car. They have their own bleachers, right? So you're not having to sit so close to people, and you get a little more comfortable of a seat because it's not those cold, hard bleachers. What we're really used to, though, is these foam pads. You can pick these up. These are cheap, but they're cheap. They rip right in half. You put it on the ground, and then you take it, and you just sort of like you try to fit your knees on it. It doesn't really work, right? Then there was also these knee pads. And these knee pads are great. They are comfortable, I'll admit. You strap them on, but you don't have these oversized handlebars that bring a great, let me rephrase this, that bring a great point that you brought up, Suzanne, independence, getting our independence back. I don't have any trouble getting down to the ground. I'm in my 30s, okay? This is not an issue for me all the time. However, I have parents and grandparents and aunts, and they love to garden. And my grandparents don't have their independence to get up and down off the ground like they used to. So if I sent this to my grandma, which I did, now she can feel comfortable. She can go out to the garden by herself. So if you have a grandparent, a neighbor, maybe somebody down the street, you know they love to garden and you're wondering why their garden maybe isn't up to where it used to be. Maybe they're scared to get up and down off the ground on their own to plant. If you get them this, they can grab those handlebars. I'm not down. All I got to do is sort of bend over. If I can grab these handlebars, which, by the way, these are steel. This is solid. You don't have to worry about it. You grab onto it, you slowly, gently, easily lower yourself down to the ground using your arm strength. We all have that. You don't have to use your knees or your hips or your back. Same thing with our disc lights coming up, Suzanne. That's also sort of an independent activity. You don't have to call anybody else. You can do these things yourself. Yeah. That's what I love about these items.
Well, I think and wait, let me show you this, guys, too, before I bend down, because I do have my knees all screwed up. But I want to show you, too, if you're out and you say, okay, you don't have a lot of strength, it's fine. If you're going to go along your garden, or maybe you have container gardening or whatever you're doing, you can move this really easy. It's not like it's really, really heavy, but it's really sturdy. It holds up to 400 pounds. Now, I do have a bad knee. This knee is really goofed up. And I love it because even for me, and I have a really hard time even bending this leg. It's, you know, just sports and things like that. But look, this is so comfortable now. I could easily be able to work in my yard or work on that flower bed, or maybe I am cleaning something up that's low. And then when you go to get back up, again, this is your support. You're actually gonna be able to use that and be able to lift up. If you just sit on it, this I think is so smart, is again, you're working, let's say, along a whole walkway. And maybe you're trimming your bushes. So you're here, very comfortable, work, work, work. And then when you have to move it, you just stand up and shift it down a little bit and you keep going. And that's really draining. If you're on your knees and you're trying to crawl along, you get halfway through that long driveway and you're just like, I am done. I gotta come back out another day. Now you'll still be able to stay out there longer because you're comfortable. And trust me, it folds up so it just takes a little sliver of room. But I loved your idea of the soccer practice, because my husband and I would always have to go to soccer practice and you're dragging out these big old chairs from the back of your car. This is actually super comfortable to sit on, and I thought that was a brilliant, and we could both fit on this actually.
I mean, my parents used to come, I played sports in grade school, right? And they'd bring the blankets out to cover the bleachers up because they were so cold as you start these sports at this time of year. And then they're also not very comfortable because they're really hard. You can bring your own seat with you because it's so lightweight, but really holds over 400 pounds. You don't have to worry about this at all. I do want you to know, though, it comes fully assembled. No tools required. You don't have to worry about anything. It's going to come to you exactly like this. You're going to pull it out of the box, and then listen to this. You're just going to open up those legs. It locks into place, whether you're in the kneeling position or the seated position, just like that. When you're ready to close it up and put it away for the season or the day or the week, do you see this bar right here? You're just going to pinch that. You're just going to grab it and pinch it. That unengages that leg, so you're able to close these down. That's how you store it away. That's how you put it in the trunk. That's how you take it with you to the tailgate, the football game, the family reunion, that extra seat at Thanksgiving around the dinner table, you name it. And then that seat, if you have a small space, maybe you've downsized, putting your shoes on and off, having this by the front door or the end of the bed, it's just that extra piece of equipment that as I read the reviews, you guys give me so many ideas. But Suzanne, it's a customer pick for a reason. On an item at the end of the day is just steel and EVA foam, but it changes our life and gives us that independence back in the garden.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know, again, if you know anybody who's just not been gardening and maybe they had such a passion for it a long time ago because they just can't get down on the ground anymore, get this for them. It's on sale, which is amazing. Now, the most popular color right now is the green, by the way. How are we doing in quantity, Rick? Let's do a couple updates. Okay. Okay, there's under 1,000 left in the gray. It's the first time we put it on sale. This is the big guy, by the way. We have a smaller one we featured. This is the first time we put the big guy out and we put it on sale. So nice savings. And of course, it has 5 flex all day. All right, Chad, I don't think you're going very far. You're gonna be joining me a little bit later on, right?
That's right. We have those Bell & Howell disc lights coming up.
That is such a good deal, too. Oh, my gosh.
Really
We
is.
love those. So I'll see you in a bit, Chad. Hey, by the way, let me give you an update on that really beautiful spinner. Wasn't that pretty?